I was struck by the scene. So y'all have seen it, but where we pull out at the very end and Amara's behind us. So for my coverage, they had to put a bounce, a lighting and a bounce, so I couldn't see in front of, I couldn't see out because there was a big bounce, and it was totally wigging me out. It totally freaked me out. And he's of course like, is it scaring you? Like hauling ass. It's weird that you can't look forward. You know, even sitting as a passenger, you can kind of glance forward to make sure you're not about to hit something.
Well,
I knew I was fine. But
really weird when I would have a full camera rig, because they take the window out, the windshield, and they would just mount a big camera right on the hood, and it was, you know, probably this close from my face. Well, I'm driving on an actual road, and I'm driving a real car, and I have real live passengers, and I basically, my focal is completely gone, so I'm using peripheral vision to actually drive the car, trying not
and
to.
the screaming of like passerbys.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. Hey, asshole.
Hey, Supernatural. So it was certainly an experience filming.
I can't wait to see the scene that takes place at night after the scene with Dad, where we wake up and we're kind of just sitting in the car. And that, I think when I read the script, I was like, what a cool, like we never see the boys do this stuff. And I can't wait to see it. But that to me, I was like, that should be something we do more often. You know, we usually have the come to God, like in the middle of his library or something. It's always fun.
Or sitting on the
hood
of the car.
But what a cool like glimpse into the Winchesters, how they travel, right? We're not getting a motel every night. It's going to be, hey, don't want to waste the money, crash in the car and wake up and kind of head out.
Yeah, the story was great. Robbie did a great job writing it, and Tom did a great job directing it.
And Tom, who's back directing episode 10
Tom's directing right now.
And he's one of our ringers. You know, he's
go-tos.
Been around a while, and so I think it was great to have him do the baby episode because he was able to plan it out in his head. And it was even though we had done a few shots using that rig setup, to do it all like that, I think really required somebody with a steady hand, and a lot of stuff I think caught us off guard, but we kind of just rolled with the punches. And a little bit of improvising, which is always fun, and the boys singing in the car, and it should be a...
It was cool. I'm glad you guys liked it.
To go up after the episode actually airs, can you talk about working with Matt again and how that conversation is going to impact Sam and also Dean and Sam's relationship going forward after? Please.
I love Matt. Supernatural is such a unique show because even though he hasn't been on the show in like 5 years, we still see each other several times a year. You know, I don't see my brother 5 times, 10 times a year, but I see a lot of our guest cast that's been on the show. And so he's a buddy. He just became a dad. I mean, most of the time they call cut. We'd be like, so what's going on? How's the baby? Blah, blah, blah. How's the wife? But it was great because I only had maybe 2 scenes with him, other than this scene and baby. You know, I had a little bit when we show up to the door and it's Dad and Mom. Okay, I had a few more than 2 scenes with him, but it was it was fun for Sam to play. Sorry, I was like doing a mental check. It was fun for me to play that part of Sam. Sam's not often really caught off guard like that. He's been through a lot. You know, he's been to hell and to heaven and purgatory, and he's died and killed, and so Sam's not often sort of caught, totally off guard. And so that was a fun kind of direction for me to go with him. And I love Matt. And he was, what's funny is on the call sheet, his name was, they didn't want to put Matt Cohen, so they put Leonard Cohen in case anybody picked it up. And I was like, oh, that's not going to be suspicious. Like, oh, Leonard Cohen is doing a guest spot on Supernatural. He's going to play the troubadour. But it was great. He's a great actor. He brought something great to the character. And it was a really neat kind of thing to do, to use him instead of use Jeffrey D. Morgan, who I also love, because it kind of put Sam in an even more awkward position. This wasn't the dad that he knew. He met later in life, but it wasn't the dad that he knew, so it kind of had Sam really unawares, which set up the scene I was talking about where he wakes up. So it was just such a well thought out script and a well executed script. The guest cast is phenomenal, and I had a great time.